All right, welcome back to another episode of the Black Bullion Show. Last week, Endeavor Silver posted quarter one losses, not unlike others in the silver mining sector, especially those positioned in Mexico during this time. But how did First Majestic do? First Majestic Silver. They just released their earnings report. Well, I'll let you know shortly. Before we begin, please subscribe to this channel if you are new to the channel. Also, please give the video a like. When you do, it helps get this economic evangelism out there to the masses. And if you want to actually just get a quick video synopsis of this video without having to watch the full thing, check it out in the comments section below. Now, it turns out that First Majestic Silver had a really, really good quarter, man. Let's take a look. They got 4 cents, earnings per share, and that's on top of them diluting their shares, which we'll actually get into a little bit later on in this video. But the report showed, earnings, that pretty much, had a surprise of 33%. I mean, last quarter, they actually had break-even earnings of about negative 100%. So that would lead one to think, well, what's the health of this company? What's the health of First Majestic Silver? Well, I'll show you. Take a look at this website. It's actually one of my favorites, just primarily for its display and its what's known as user interaction and user experience as well. This website is called Simply Wall Street, and you can check out pretty much any any security on out there, pretty much for the most part, and just take a look at how the companies are doing by all of these metrics here broken down. You can take a look at just general summary here: share price, valuation, future growth, past performance, financial health, dividends, so on and so forth, management, ownership. So let's take a look at how First Majestic Silver is doing. If you take a look over here, I really like this graph here, and it shows that their health is really, really good, but their past performance obviously wasn't that great. Take a look at that. 6 X's out of 6. Dividends, obviously, with mining stocks, you aren't going to get really many. Valuation, 2 out of 6 there, and their future looks, relatively pretty bright. Actually, it's forecasted that they'll grow. Take a look over here. Trading at 66.4% below its fair value right now. Earnings are forecasted to grow 74.05% per year. But check this out. For risk analysis, highly volatile share price over past 3 months. Shareholders have been diluted in the past year. Now, what does that mean? Well, for a lot of us, especially in the precious metals community, dilution is something that we also kind of call, I don't want to use that word, but whenever you have something of value and you can create more of it just at the snap of your finger and essentially dilute the value by doing that, that's necessarily not a good thing for people who are invested in that thing. So obviously we know that we can't do that with physical gold. And we also have a problem with it when it comes to cash. Well, there's something similar that can be done when it comes to shares. And that's when even more of it is being created for particular reasons. So that's what's happening here with First Majestic Silver. Obviously, it's not the end. It's not the end of the world there, but obviously it's the value of the shares are, continuing to go down when that dilution happens. But let's continue to take a look at things. As far as market performance, take a look at how they did in the past 7 days, about negative 8.6%. But over, 1 year return, 31.9%. So, not too bad. As far as price volatility, how volatile is First Majestic share price compared to the market and industry in the last 5 years? It's pretty volatile there. Actually, let's take a look at the financial health of the company. So they have a lot of assets, more so than their liabilities, which is good. Um, but take a look at this. Uh, First Majestic Silver short-term assets exceed its short-term liabilities, which is good. Long-term liabilities. Their AG's short-term assets do not cover its long-term liabilities. Take a look there. Short-term assets. Here are its long-term liabilities. So that could be a potential problem there. But take a look here at their debt to equity ratio. Equity is in blue, debt's in red. Let's take a look here. Debt level. First, Majestic Silver's debt to equity is 23.5%. It's considered satisfactory, so nothing too terrible. And actually, let's take a look at the management. So obviously, as many of you guys know, it was founded by Keith Neumeyer. And, he's been the CEO since the beginning, obviously. So if you like, the management of this company, that it's been managed by the person who founded it up until this point. So take a look at this too. Compensation versus market. Keith's total compensation of $1.67 million is actually below the average for companies of similar size in the U.S. market. The average is $5.04 million. Compensation versus earnings. Keith's compensation has been consistent with company performance over the past year. So that's good. I actually kind of like that. So I'm not going to go through everything here, but I just want to show you that generally, it's First Majestic Silver isn't looking too terrible. Honestly, it's not looking bad at all. Obviously, every company is going to have issues, and depending on when you're taking a look at how they're performing, especially during a time like this. It may not be an accurate look at how strong of a company they are, especially when you're kind of like taking a snapshot view of a particular period of time. But this website shows past performance, again, health, dividends, value, future, management, all that stuff. So you can take a look at it using Simply Wall Street. This video is not sponsored by Simply Wall Street. I just want to say that. I just happen to use them whenever I make new passwords because the free plan is only 14 days. So unfortunately, it doesn't last. If you're just looking for a free account. But definitely check them out. I really like the way it looks. It's really easy to take a look at numbers and make decisions based off of that. So let me know, what do you guys think of First Majestic Silver? Let me know what you guys think about Keith Neumeyer's management. Let me know about what you think about the future growth of the company in the comment section below. All right. Thanks again for watching, guys. Please give the video a like. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion.